This podcast is proudly produced by Bow Tie Media.
Hello and welcome to By Appointment Only. I'm your host, Brooke Jesberg, and this is my podcast series where I invite some of my personal clients and special guests to come into my salon, enjoy some treatments, and catch up on what's happening in their world. So pour yourself a cheeky glass, ladies, and feel free to eavesdrop in all our goss. Last Sunday, we had a very special day. It was Mother's Day. We had the fabulous mother, Lorilie Cunningham, and her beautiful daughter come in and have some treatments done and share with us their exciting adventures. I'm also looking forward to hearing about Stephanie's new endeavour, co-owning the amazing clothing line, Benita. Welcome, Lorilie and Steph. Welcome, ladies, to our Mother's Day special. Lorilie Cunningham and Stephanie Rooke. Mother-daughter and entrepreneur, arriba, Benita. Yeah? And welcome to Lorilie Cunningham, who everybody knows and everybody loves. I want to hear about your story, love.
Oh, thank you, darling. That's a very, very lovely thing to say, but don't know whether I'm quite there yet.
I want the good, the bad and the ugly with you, Lorilie.
I have so much.
Because I'm going in blind.
Okay, but I have so much of that, all of those things in my life.
Love
so
it.
You can cut me off when I'm going too much.
Never.
So I guess I grew up in Brisbane, did a commerce degree at the University of Queensland, which I sort of fell into. I really wanted to be a journalist, but I did that for a year and the course was pretty ordinary at the time, so I decided I'd do commerce. I met my husband in first year.
Oh,
and
hello.
we went to the law ball together, and that was 4 years ago or something.
Did he hold your books?
I have my daughter here, so I'm not going to.
Where are we going with this? I'm innocent.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway,
Listen, that wasn't even a sexual innuendo, I swear.
Oh, look, he took one look at me and I wanted him and it was all on. Wow. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
So, I was 17, he was 18, 19.
Yes.
So I studied commerce and I became an accountant, which is sort of probably what people have always a little bit surprised to see, that I was a business and taxation accountant. I didn't particularly enjoy the study of it, but I was the first in my family to go to university. I was the youngest of 5. And I really felt like I had to persevere to get that degree, to make mum and dad proud and, do all those things. So I persevered with the course, which is probably, again, one of the best things I've ever done because it wasn't what I really wanted to do, but it gave me the best grounding for everything I have done. So we've owned businesses and, I've owned businesses myself and with Stephanie and with my husband, and every business which have been varied, I have that background of studying commerce was totally invaluable. So I did that. And then I worked as an accountant for 10 years, moved to Melbourne. I decided I'd have 6 months off work. I always had a little bit of creative flair. So I started, it was back in the days, this is back in the late 80s, and I started painting and embellishing T-shirts.
Fabulous.
And I walked into a shop one day with Stephanie's baby in the pram. The woman in the shop said, where on earth did you get that outfit from? And I said, it's a little something I just whipped up before I came out. And she said, can you supply the shop? And we had just moved to Melbourne.
No way.
I didn't know anyone there. So I said, yes, of course I can. So I didn't even know where to get the basic garments made. But anyway, I worked out very quickly.
Yeah.
And supplied the store. Then I started doing marketing. So I did that. Then moved back to Queensland. I sold basically through a lot of party plans. I did a lot of fashion parades.
Yeah.
I then opened a store at Rosalie, which is the first new development there, and that was back in 90.
What was that called?
Bows and Hearts Designs.
Bows and Hearts.
Yeah, so everything, I was very much into bows and hearts. So everything had beautiful heart-shaped buttons or beautiful, I would
how divine.
have just lovely, lovely shirts with feminine bows on it. So it's called Bows and Hearts Design. So
cute.
I had that store for about 4 years, and then my husband wanted to open a business in America in healthcare.
Wow.
And I said, look, I'll come over for a little bit and help you. And so we took the kids over, put them into school. And
how old were you, Stephanie, at that time?
12.
Oh, so you like literally were the Degrassi High.
Yeah, I know.
You literally lived a Degrassi High life.
Yeah, it was Dawson's Creek at that point.
Dawson's Creek.
That's what I really benchmarked myself against. And, no, it was good fun.
Yeah, cool.
And Steph did become a cheerleader. So she
Shut
was.
up.
Yeah, I went full.
You were an Aussie cheerleader.
Yeah, I mean, all in. You got to go. Got to go for these things.
I'm not hearing an American accent though.
No, I think I did have one though.
Oh, you had
Did you?
and it wasn't just American, it was a Southern American accent.
Shut
So
up.
it was a lot of yours.
So where did you move exactly?
Nashville, Tennessee.
No way.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
It was amazing, and it was great. And Steffi did throw herself into it. She was so upset being pulled away from the convent
I know.
here and to go to, and she was about to start middle school over there. So
It's
anyway,
such a vulnerable
It was a
age,
very
isn't
good
it?
age.
It is. I think it had a massive impact in shaping me.
Yeah.
Because it's such an impressionable time to be pulled away from your friends, because at that point you think, your little friends are everything, and to be thrown into a whole new world and country and school. And the schooling system was so dramatically different to what I was in over here. I was at St. Ignatius at Toowong, and it was a very cute and sweet, lovely little convent school, and I went straight into a public middle school in the US, and it was just...
Wow. Eye-opening.
Yeah, totally. But
That's amazing.
I remember that the week before she started school, we had to go and buy clothes, because she had worn a uniform
Yeah.
here, of course, and then she was so worried. I knew a teacher who was at the school, and I asked her and what to wear, and Steffi was really little at that stage. She was a really small 12-year-old. Anyway, we went and bought the outfits, and they were so wrong, weren't they?
Like in what way?
wrong.
Well, so sort of girly, little girly, and everyone was all dressed up.
Yeah.
Like, when I dropped her off that day, there were kids there, but they were just, as it went from, I guess, that age group was around 12 to 14, wasn't it, darling?
Yeah. So they'd all hit
So
puberty.
year 8 or 9? Did you start?
It was 7th grade, wasn't it? Grade 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when junior high starts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I felt the worst after dropping a child at school. All the time she dropped them, year 1 going through.
Yeah.
And I did have, the 4 kids have a lot of, different schools, and, every year it seemed like someone was starting a new school. But dropping Steffi off to junior high in Nashville, Tennessee, back in those days, was the worst. I think
That
I went
would have
home.
been so
I said, "I can't leave her
heart-wrenching for
there." I
you.
said, those other kids looked, 5-6 years older than her.
Something in the chickens.
Yeah.
Can I just
Totally.
say, bloody chickens.
I've heard that
I want to
theory
know
a
what the
lot.
hormones
I've
are.
heard that theory a lot. I know.
But it was horrific.
Yeah, I bet.
And then, of course, became a cheerleader, and then loved it.
go,
Was the
girl.
all-American girl.
Yeah, because I was so little, because I wasn't eating the American chickens, they were throwing me in the air, and I was
so it was
tossed
So
around,
you were the actual throwee.
Yeah. I know.
Oh goodness! Did you ever fall? Did they ever drop you?
Oh, God, not that I remember. Probably.
Yes, I
A
do.
lot of trust there, isn't there?
Remember we went up to the Smoky Mountains that time
Oh,
for the
yeah.
competition?
They did, actually. In the middle of a competition. That was
What?
They shiver. And all you could hear was everyone going, "Oh no!"
And you're screaming.
Excuse me, she might have been the one being thrown, but that wasn't her fault. It was.
Oh no! Is that all they said? What about? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, there was
no.
The
Goodness me.
cheerleader stage mumming is something else. Very
I used to
nice.
actually get a lot of flack from American mothers because they couldn't understand how a girl could come over from Brisbane, Australia, and getting into the team is a big deal. And she got into the team, and so I used to have these mothers who'd had been training the girls from the age of about 4 to be a cheerleader, and they didn't get in. And I was honestly, people would death stare me because my daughter was a cheerleader. I was just thinking, this is hilarious.
Maybe it's just because you're extra light too. They're like, going, we need a throwee.
Yeah, exactly. Needed a small thing.
My goodness, but that's really great.
And
Yeah, it was
remember-
fun.
That's
It was
awesome.
fun.
But I used to love it so much. I used to take Steph and all the girls to all the competitions, and so I was awarded the cheerleading mother of the
Shut
year
up.
award.
Are you being honest?
I'm telling you that.
That's so sweet.
But you can imagine
in
how much,
Nashville.
how much I was hated after that. After I was a cheerleading mother of the year. It was only because
girl.
it was great. It was
Do you
fun.
get a bumper sticker for that?
I got a little thing.
Yeah, you want it, mate. I'd be flaunting that.
I actually wish I'd got one of those sashes that I could have worn. Cheerleading mother of the year.
And you put it on your car and you go, you do a massive burnout in front of those death staring mothers.
Yeah,
They do love a bumper sticker over there. Remember
They
when it was
do.
that my child got all A's? They do
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, God bless them. Look, and here we are making about the most beautiful people in the world. Honestly, they're divine, aren't they? They're just divine.
I think you're safe. This isn't going to be viewed over in America.
That's all right. I just wanna
So
make
you'll be sweet, babes. You'll be sweet. Oh, jeez. Top 3 podcast. Yeah. We'll just have this big, long censor. We're paying out it.
No, but they seriously are divine people. They're beautiful.
I think
love
the other
it.
thing about cheerleading too is that for me, in hindsight, it was a big red flag that my brother was gay because he
I want to hear about this. It's a good story.
Didn't he? He would know the cheers and the routines and the choreography.
Stop it. So he actually helped you.
Yes.
So he was like a mirror to you.
It was like, the cheers.
Did he become a cheerleader?
No, but he's still got a mad dance.
He's the craziest dancer.
Yeah,
So he's a bit of a dancer.
footloose.
Oh.
Well, he married a dancer.
He knows all the rules.
Yeah, that's right. So
I love
very
it. So hubby, is he married?
he is, yes. He married Anthony last year.
Love it. So he's a dance hubby.
Yes. But Anthony is the real dancer and real choreographer and never dances out in public, but Pete dances out in public the whole time. So it's hilarious. Exactly.
Hilarious.
No formal qualifications. He just dances, doesn't he?
Just dances.
Divine. He lives through his husband, hey? On the stage.
Very sweet.
And he goes, I own this stage. Anywhere
That's
else.
right.
I love it. Now, I went off the beaten path. I'll be coming back to you, Steph. Continue.
So we moved to America and started a business in physiotherapy. It was basically we took the Australian model of physiotherapy over there, and their equivalent, physical therapy, was practiced very differently. So
How did you get into that? Like, how did you bring it
well,
to
my
the other
husband
physiotherapists?
my husband's a lawyer. So I had the accounting background. He was a
Yeah.
lawyer. He was
Wow.
working as most recent position he was managing medical centres all through Australia.
Yeah.
And he saw a lot of Australian-trained therapists go to America, work in hospitals and come back. They would be paid a lot more but be really unfulfilled. And so he just got this idea. He thought, if they love going to America to work because they get paid so well over there, it'd be great to provide an environment where they actually are using their skills. And also, we quietly wanted to bring a superior product from Australia over there.
Tell me about the superior product.
Well, at that time, that was in 1996 when we started. Physical therapists there, if you went to see a physio for sore back or sore leg, their way of treating you would be to prescribe exercises and very little manual work would be done. So they weren't really, trained in manual techniques. So it was either go to the physical therapist and get onto a routine of exercises to try and get yourself better, or have surgery. So our job, really, what we wanted to do was convince the insurance companies over there that we could save them a lot of money by not having to do surgery, and also give patients a superior treatment that would actually get them better. And it worked. So we sold a controlling share in that about 4 years ago, but there's now about 160, 170 clinics.
That's amazing.
So
gosh, you must be so proud.
Oh, really proud, and really proud of the company.
Yeah.
It was because we had a lot of young Australian people working there for us. We looked after them as family, and some of them were only there 22, 23. They'd come over from Australia. So, some of them still work for the company. Some of our very best friends. So, and we really did do a wonderful job at making sure that our product was the best product. And doctors realised that it was a great company with a very, very strong company culture and good people. And
so, really, Australians, they ace physiotherapy as well as cheerleading.
Absolutely, incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. We're so talented.
And then when you fall, when you're a cheerleader, we have the best physiotherapy there to get you
there
better.
You go.
Yeah,
Bam. There's advertising right there. What an amazing accomplishment.
Well, it was great. And then again, I went over there. At that time, I had a fashion label. And I was thinking, this is, a little bit... I was up for the adventure, but it was like I really didn't want to leave what I was doing here. But the minute I got over there, I actually started working in the clinic. So I started doing hands-on work. I was basically one of the techs running around cleaning the beds.
You go.
I then took over all the financial side of the business, and as a business grew, I then became the CFO of the company and just put into place all the systems. And of course, healthcare in America is very different from here.
It is.
So I had to set up all the systems and all the billings. And anyway, that was a big learning curve, but I loved it. It was just something that was such a challenge. So I sort of then went back to using the left-hand side of my brain again. I'd be working in the clinics, but I would also be doing all the financial stuff.
You're the backbone, babes. Aren't you?
Look, sometimes I like to think that.
You're a very talented woman.
So we did
How
that
long were
basically.
you doing that for?
We did that from 96 until we lived there for 4 years, and I decided I wanted the kids to be in high school back here. So I pulled Steph back out of school there, back to Australia.
How old were you?
A delightful 14 years old at that point.
Well, Steffi was so heartbroken because we sent her home a year early, that we'd come back to Australia. Our children would go to school here, and Gary and I would commute back and forth. And that sounded all wonderful until I got back. I was feeling a little bit strange. I did a pregnancy